Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles. I promised you I'd show you the steampunk stuff my husband bought me. And this is everything. I took it out of its containers to kind of make the video shorter. But this little pile here came separately in a little bag. And it's all these little gears and gadgets to make steampunk jewelry. And he got this little pile, which is pretty substantial, with shipping for 15 or 16, I think he said. I was really surprised when he got it for me. And there's a few nice big gears in here, which is something I really wanted. These are harder to get than the smaller. These are easy to get, these little bitty ones, but this one even has a spring in it. But I don't know if the spring's going to be salvageable or not, because there's a gear caught on it. So we'll see. Now everything else that's on this tray came in all these little boxes and tins. So I got all these little tins, which are fabulous. Look at this tiny one, and it's little. It's a little guy. The big ones are even little. I think the biggest one's 1.5 inches. And I got 5 of these great little tins, 4 bigger ones and 1 tiny. And then I got a bunch of these little plastic boxes here, which are always handy. So I got 5 of the boxes and 5 of the tins for the boxes. So this pile here is kind of not a whole lot I can use. There's a ring here, maybe. Most of this is metal here, but most of this is like rubber gaskets. I don't know that I can use any of that. Another metal ring, but that one tin just had this stuff in it. There's a couple little weird pieces here that are also rubber. I doubt I'll use those. So this little pile here is not really conducive. I don't think it'll be useful for anything, but I won't throw it away. I'll put it in a little bag and hang on to it. Everything else that was in the tins and boxes, except the sequin, was in all these tins and these boxes. It's just all mixed up. I got a lot more movements. Some that, you can see those smaller gears are easier to find. Oh, that's like a medium size. It's not too tiny, but you can see there's a lot of little ones. You can see the jewels, and they're just beautiful. They're like little pieces of art. This is a tiny one on the back of a larger watch face. This is a big one, and it's got a lot of gears in it. And some of these will be taken apart, and the ones that I think are pretty and should be left put together will be left put together. A lot of movements, including some real pretty, I love the little older watches. Now this one's just a movement. This one has a really cool little face, and there was a couple others with cool little faces. Let me find them for you. I can show those to you. I think that was, yeah, right here. Bunch of cool little tiny faces that I can use in jewelry, and they all have their movements on the back as well. This one's really cool. It's got a little etching, and this one's gold, which is unusual. I don't get too many gold. This one's just silver, as is this one. Here's another long, tiny, little skinny one that's got that antique brass, which is absolutely ideal, and I don't get many of those. This one I love because it's got the brass ring around it, and then the watch movement inside, and you can even see the jewels. So if we can get the stem out here, and I doubt there'll be an issue for my husband, I can put a jump ring through that and make this into a pendant and wire wrap or do something fun with it. I did buy some E6000 glue too, in little bitty tubes, so if I need to glue anything on, I've got that option. It's sometimes hard to wire wrap to these things. Here's one with some pretty gears in it as well. This is just a part, which that's a great background for a pendant. Here's a cute little face. Isn't that pretty? It's weird how the face is round, but it's so long. You can see, so the case obviously went around in that shape. Here's a really nice simple face. And this one's a really cool copper face. It's got a double row of numbers. I'm not exactly sure. It's a bulova. Not exactly sure what that was. And another movement with the winding mechanism still on there. And you can see some jewels. And another little one with a face. I love these tiny ones. And they're really cool. And here's one that's got a... I think I have another one almost exactly like this. If not exact, it's very similar. And then this little one, which again is one where you see the movement go beyond the square. I have a case, which that's unusual. And that would be fun when I start doing resin. And then just lots of little weird parts and pieces. Little screws. Screws, nuts, bolts, washers, and some little gear type stuff that would be useful. And a band that was around the front of a watch apparently. And just all kinds of weird, some more little bands. Pieces of paintbrushes, which is odd. Little pieces. And this is the oddest thing in there. It's like a pill. Can you see that? It's a pill that they put these gears into, or not gears, a couple springs into with a little tiny washer into an actual pill type, like when you make your own like herbal pills. And there's actually an empty pill in there too. So I guess these must be popular, or at least for this person. So all these little bitty pieces, there's tiny little screws. I mean, I don't know if you can see this screw. It is so tiny. I don't even know if it shows up. Look at this. Can you see that speck? That is a little tiny screw. It is so tiny. I mean, I've seen some tiny ones, but boy, oh boy. All kinds of little bitty things. And those things, I guess I'll put into that other one. But just a lot of little oddball, interesting things. So that's what he bought me. Some springs. So I can have a lot of fun. I've really wanted to do some more steampunk and I haven't gotten the opportunity. So I will. But right now what I'm going to do is upload this video. And as soon as my card is empty and I can put it back in my camera, I will have to charge the battery a little bit, because lately the battery's been going pretty fast. I've got 144 minutes, so I might be able to do a little recording. But what I want to do next is I want to start recording the cactus ornament. I'm really excited about it. I'm absolutely fascinated with cactus lately, especially real round, pretty ones. So that's the first one I want to do, and I wanted to try a new technique I'm thinking up in my mind. Now, sometimes you've seen those Pinterest fails. I'm worried that that's what will happen, but I'm hoping the picture in my mind can be met with reality. We will find out. But anyway, it's been a busy week. It's been non-stop. This looks like from maybe a ballpoint pen. I don't know. But all kinds of weird stuff. But it's been a crazy week. I haven't had time, even a drill bit. I haven't had time to get in here and do anything. I've been working on the booth and getting my house clean for company, and now I can get back to my regularly scheduled projects. So I do have a couple of fun happy mailboxes from friends that I will show you, but not until I get at least one video up with a tutorial. And if I get those up, they're great, but I really want to get some tutorials done. So we'll look into the tutorials first, and then if I can, I'll do look at how tiny this, can you see how tiny this little gear is? It's got almost like a star. Look at that. I just love this stuff. Whoops, got it. I love this stuff. So I'm really excited. So I will be back soon. The next video will be the cactus. I'm going to record that today, and if I have to tomorrow, because I'm starting with the tutorial from scratch and walking you all the way through it as I experiment. And of course what I do is when I finish the ornament, then I record the beginning at the end showing you the ornament, because I don't want to make two of them. Is how I used to do it. I'd make one to show you at the beginning, then do a tutorial. This time I want to show you the tutorial, then I'll record the beginning of the video, and that way I can get it done for you a lot faster. don't know if the cactus will be for sale or not. Depends on how much time it takes and how it comes out. I am not saying impossible, but we'll see. But I've also got an order for Lisa at Dragon Desert Works. I've got to make her parrot, and we are going to do a video on that. So I'm hoping after the cactus, we can work on Lisa's parrot. But I've been planning on this cactus for weeks, and I want to get that done first. Then we're going to do Lisa's parrot, and then I want to start working on some Christmas ornaments. And my daughter is going to do a wreath for you guys. Fall wreath. She's going to show you how to make a fall wreath with Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby materials. And my other daughter just self-published a coloring book, and she's going to do an interview with me soon and show some of her original artwork, and we'll show you her coloring book. I have two, well, my husband and I both share them, some very creative children, and our two daughters are really having fun being creative, and I wanted to share them with you since they're not up to doing their own channel. I thought it'd be fun to share them here. So that's some of the upcoming stuff over the next few weeks, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So I'll be back soon, and I'll talk to you later, and just stay safe, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will be having a lot more tutorials coming forward. And I've had an interesting proposal to try out a product. I think I'm going to take them up on it, and that's where my daughter's going to come in and help me by doing a wreath. So I hope you'll enjoy that, and I'll be back soon. Bye.